I remember when the NES Classic was first announced. I was like, whoa, a mini NES that has 30 games in one? What a bargain! It was so charming that day one, I rushed to my local GameStop and... oh, they were all sold out, and they had no idea when another shipment was going to come in. Well, fantastic. So my only options were to wait or go on eBay and spend a ridiculous amount of money from scalpers. But little did we know that there was actually a third option, the Mini Game Anniversary Edition. The what? 620 games in one? Oh my. That's right. What we have here is a bootleg NES Classic. And you bet your sweet, sweet bottom, we're gonna check it out. So the actual official name of this console is the Mini Game Anniversary Edition. The Anniversary Edition of what exactly? The NES, probably. The console's physical design, however, makes it pretty clear what this wants to be. They didn't even try. The console, the controllers, the only alteration is that the word Nintendo has been removed. So let's boot this puppy up. You know that picture with the dog sitting in a house that's on fire saying, "This is fine"? That's pretty much me right now. So right off the bat, we're presented with classic titles like Contra Fork, Contra 7, and Mario 6. Clearly bootleg games, some of which I've actually already talked about on this channel, letting us know right away that if literally half of the games listed on the first page are bootlegs, definitely expect to see more. Titles like Poke Tetris. Poke what? Oh, Pikachu, what happened to you? You don't have to fake that smile. So as the title suggests, the game is simply Tetris. Yeah, just Tetris. Despite there already being 4 different versions of Tetris on this thing, they for some reason wanted to add a 5th. However, this game has something that all of the other versions lack. A cute Pikachu watching and cheering you on. And honestly, what more does a person need in their life? SpiderMan 2! Oh, so is this that Spider-Man game that everyone's been talking about? I can't wait to play this! These are some sick graphics. The city is at risk and only you can save it. Let's do this! Okay, first off, this is not a city, it's more of a village. Secondly, something about this perspective is really hurting my eyes. The trees in the foreground scroll and follow me, but the ones in the background stay still. It kinda makes me wanna vomit. And thirdly, this is just Ninja Gaiden 3. Like, literally, just swapped with Spider-Man, which I guess is a good game to make a Spider-Man ROM hack of, considering Ryu flips around when he jumps and sticks to walls. So by default, I guess the game is pretty good. So while this thing is definitely loaded with bootlegs and ROM hacks, it definitely has a lot of fun official NES games. Sure, we have the classics like Super Mario Bros., Mega Man, The Legend of Zelda, and Balloon Fight, just to name a few. But it also has more underrated NES games that don't get as much praise as they should, such as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tag Team Wrestling, and Twinbee, just to name a few. One of my favorite underrated NES games that makes an appearance on this console would have to be Nappy Land. Nappy Land is a really simple and cute platformer. You take control of this adorable mouse and need to collect cheese, all while avoiding miscellaneous enemies. It's honestly really basic, but I find a certain charm in it that I can't really explain. The NES gave birth to so many cute characters. It's the same reason I enjoy Kirby on the NES. It's not really the most engaging or stimulating game out there, but the cute characters, cute enemies, fun stages, and color palettes adds a certain layer of enjoyment. If there's one thing that the NES had plenty of back in the day, it was really solid and enjoyable side-scrollers and platformers. However, since the NES had over 700 games released throughout its lifespan, many of them were forgotten about, or never even saw the light of day outside of Japan, like Jumpin' Kid. Hey, what are you looking at? You got a problem? Cause we can take this outside! The game is a really solid action-adventure, side-scroller, platformer. That's a lot of titles. But what I really like about this game is that it's based off of the story, Jack and the Beanstalk. Meaning, every stage takes place either ascending the beanstalk or in the sky in some way. This gives the game a real sense of a world, constantly ascending this big beanstalk and adventuring around it, showing you that, wow, this thing is really big. Level 1 is the only stage that takes place on the ground, for obvious reasons. The rest of the game has you in the sky, and the final stage has you in the giant's dungeon, I guess, full of ghosts, crabs, and money bags. Maybe Japan's version is a little different. And you remember how the story ends, right? Jack defeats the giant by shooting him with his magic, and a green-haired anime girl descends from the heavens and falls in love with Jack. I mean, sure, I'll take it. So there are clearly some really fun titles in this thing, whether official, bootleg, or underrated. But don't be fooled, because for every good game on the Minigame Anniversary Edition, there are 10 crappy ones. Like this one. It just doesn't work. It does this literally every time. Or this game, after the title screen, it crashes. Fine, I didn't want to play you anyway. Unfortunately for us though, not every crappy game crashes. So here's a bunch that didn't. This game is called Door. It's a game about what else? Doors. You take control of this cute little snowball and need to escape the other cute creatures coming your way. Hey, maybe they just want a hug. Why are we running away from that? The main objective of the game is to have these enemies chase you while you open up doors and trap them in them. It's kind of like a reverse Hotel Mario. Yeah, lots of doors and ascending and descending. And if I ever need to make that comparison, you've already made a mistake. Police Dog Lassie. Aww, cute pupper alert! We've got a cute pupper over here. Can I help you? So there's this green diddler over here who's burying a bunch of crap. But most importantly, diamonds. However, they only get shown for a split second, so you need to memorize where exactly the diamonds were buried. When you take control of the pupper, you need to go to the exact location and dig them up. However, I don't have the attention span for this game. I'm honestly like, okay, that's where the diamond is. Don't forget. Hey, what's that? Oh, dang it. Where was the diamond? Fruit gift. I got a strawberry here. Which one of these silhouette fruits is the strawberry? Ooh, it's gotta be this one. That's a cherry. That's a pineapple. That's the game. Rabbit Village. Now, I'm not one to judge, but this has got to be the ugliest rabbit I've ever seen. It looks like a mix between Bugs Bunny and the Noid. Ugh. So here we take control of an adorable rabbit using a fun mechanism to save other rabbits from their burning homes. What?
Fire is bad, Meatwad. You shouldn't play with it.
Oh, I know.
So Rabbit Village is on fire, and we need to save everyone. That's a good incentive. Do you really want to see these cute rabbits get burned alive? I don't. But these creepy little munch creatures sure do. Like, look at this guy, dropping bombs on me for trying to save rabbits? Who pissed in your Cheerios? My English teacher said that to me one time, and I had no idea what she meant by that, and it's just kinda stuck with me. Lawn mower. I don't think we're legally allowed to be upset. We see a game titled Lawn Mower and selected it. What were we expecting? This is a game about mowing the lawn.
I detest mowing the lawn.
You cut grass and collect gas cans so you don't run out of fuel because this lawnmower is apparently jet-powered. I really do hate mowing the lawn though. Ugh, okay. One more game I think is all I can handle. Simply titled Egg Contest. You know, I've always wanted to play as an egg, so I'm pretty excited for this game. So it looks like all we really have to do is collect stars and dance. Yeah, I'm down with that. Every time you collect a star, you get this fireworks display of how many you have left. I really like the... Wait, this kinda looks familiar. Is that... It is! Those are the same firework effects from Super Mario World. Egg Boy, are you a thief? I looked up to you and your people! All in all though, the game is pretty fine. The Mini Game Anniversary Edition is a really interesting product. On one hand, yeah, it is a bootlegged console full of games that they definitely don't own the rights to. But on the other hand, I wanted an NES Classic. Nintendo made like 20 of them, and they all sold out in 10 seconds. So my only choices were to go on eBay and spend an unnecessary amount of money on one from a scalper, or wait 9 million months until they released more of them, by which point I would have lost interest in wanting one anyway. You can Google Minigame Anniversary Edition and still find them at reputable stores for half of the price of an NES Mini, and with literally 20 times the games. Now, I'm not here promoting bootlegs or anything, but in this particular situation, Nintendo kinda had it coming to them. But whatever. At the end of the day, this was still a really interesting piece of gaming hardware. Let me know what you think. Thanks for an awesome 2018. It really was an amazing year. What's in store for 2019? Well, much of the same, to be honest. See you then!